Stevie.
Hey.
Salutations, friends. It's your pal, said Stevie, out at the entrance of the North Cascades National Park, out here in towards Marble Mount, Washington. It's New Year's Eve. It's the 31st of December, 2024, just before 8:30 a.m. I got a little bit later start on the day than I intended. Just lollygagging a little bit this morning. But I don't know what I'm going to get into. There is a spot that I want to hit. Thunder Creek Trail. The full hike is about 15 miles. I don't think I could do the full 15. And there's some reports that... had to let a car pass on the highway. There's some reports that the trail may be closed. I think the full hike. But I think that there could be like a 2 mile in, 2 mile out spot to hit. And so I'm going to drive out to that trailhead. If that doesn't work out, I might go do one of the other trails that I've done before. Either the Ross Lake Dam trail, or maybe even Thunder Knob. We shall see. But brought some gear, or mainly knives, with me. Talked about it a little bit on one of the live streams, but I was going to kind of show my top knives of 2024 and kind of my most carried gear. Maybe I'll go through, my truck gear that I got, that I carry with me. And yeah, but this is always a good spot to stop during the Weasel. It's a long drive out here. It's about a little over an hour from my house to get out here. And then we've got about another 30 minutes up the road. So we shall see when we get there. So I figured I'd include some rambling from the truck before I get up to the trail. I got about 20 minutes or so before I get to pull off to Thunder Creek. And I mentioned that I was going to talk about my top knives and EDC gear of 2024. I do mention quite often my truck carry. Technically not carrying it on my body, obviously, but I'm in my Toyota Tundra every day. And I like to be comfortable with wherever I'm going, so I carry, just like I got a lot of stuff in my pockets, I carry a lot of stuff in my dash, on kind of my center console, not my dash so much, but my center console area. Not a tremendous amount, but enough to where if I need something, I got it with me, and kind of ties it together here. I was noticing, so I don't look at myself that often, I realize. It sounds a little goofy. I do a lot of live streams and whatnot, but I'm not paying attention to myself when I'm on the live streams, not looking at myself. And all the videos that I do on YouTube are typically top down. But while I was recording that little bit of an intro, I got to looking at myself on camera, I guess, and realized, man, the beard is definitely getting a little shaggy. Something I definitely need to get trimmed up here pretty soon. But because I have such a glorious beard, so I don't always look all disheveled and crazy, I do carry kind of my beard kit with me in my truck. And I always got a good beard comb, and a little foreshadowing here. Look at that, said Stevie on it. That's a kind of a prototype, I guess, of a basic comb that may or may not be something that I'm working on or has been worked on. So always got to carry a beard comb on me. Always gotta keep the beard looking good. I've talked about it a couple other times. If my beard gets too out of control, I do have this battery powered USB-C rechargeable heated beard brush that I'll use from time to time. And then I also carry my own products. And they look completely worn out and crummy. Not all pristine. It's because this isn't the product that I'm selling. same formula and everything, but this sits in the truck quite a bit. And this is my citronella. I got a couple of different scents in here. This is my citronella beard oil. Sometimes I'll just refresh throughout the day, not necessarily with the citronella, with a scent, different scent. I switch it up quite a bit, but I do keep always a bottle of citronella in the truck, or even in my backpack, because the mosquitoes can get bad. And one of the reasons why I got the citronella scent is to help keep them pesky skeeters at bay. So that definitely helps. And then I carry some beard balm on me as well. This is the peppermint. This is really, really, really potent. I like to, sculpt the beard a little bit, typically before I'm going in to a work meeting or something, just to, give the beard a little bit of pop and make it look a little bit more presentable. So that was 4 minutes as I'm looking on my beard. But then the other thing, I obsess of a lot when I am driving. I've always had a really bad habit of biting my fingernails. And to try to help mitigate that, I do keep my fingernails really short, so I don't bite them. And one of my most used piece of gears, chilling in this Lancelot leather little slip. It's also a Hawaii knifing gear slip. This is the first slip I ever got from Joe. But it now holds my Victorinox little sack that has the clippers on it. So I always can, keep the nails nice and short. I don't like having long nails at all. So this was a gift from my buddy Paul years ago, and I used the shit out of it. So that's always in my center console. And then all my backpacks, I got other sets of clippers and everything, just so I don't, if I notice I'm about to start chewing on my nails, that means they're too long, and I'll start clipping them. Going through a tunnel, customary honks as I go through the tunnel here. But I know talking about biting your nails and stuff are not a pleasant conversation. But that is something that I really do obsess over quite a bit. And then I keep a little nail buffer also down in the center console. I always have knives on me, on my body, on my person. I always got a fixed blade on me, and typically a folder, maybe even a slip joint. But then I also always carry in the center console here a couple of knives to have access to. One of them being my Axial Gear Shift OTF. I've always liked carrying some sort of an OTF in the truck, and Axial Gear has been that OTF for a couple of years now. I had knockoff ones, I think Viper Gear or something from a long time ago that I would keep in the truck. And then I did upgrade to an Microtech Ultratech for a while. And then when Axial came out a couple years ago, I really liked the Wharncliffe blade. This is the S35VN. It's been great. I've used this thing plenty of times for random tasks, and works really well. No blast breaker on it. That's because I actually carry, I'm going to unclip it here, I carry an actual glass breaker on me. This is a glass breaker seatbelt cutter tool. Rescue Me, I think these are called. Made in the United States. They're only a couple bucks on Amazon. Nice glass breaker there to have. And then I also have a Kershaw Dividend. This has been a carried knife for, I think I got this in 2018. I've had the Dividend for a while. 2018, 2019, I think, maybe. It's the speed assist. I've tried taking the speed assist out of it, and it doesn't really work out. But yeah, that is the knives. The knives. Those are the knives that I carry on my center console. And yeah. Oh, then I also always carry, not always, but for the last 6 months or so, Got my first all from One Moon, and that's currently in my backpack. But my EDC Roundtable brother, Brian F., also makes an all. Makes alls. This is out of some zebra wood. But just having a nice poker, you never know what you're going to need to poke. Yes, I like having something a little pokey in the cab as well. So shout out to Mitten State EDC. Check one out. I'll put a link in the description. There's always a link in the description to EDC Roundtable. But all right, 10 minutes of truck footage. This video is going to probably end up being a long one. What that means. So even see if this. I don't know if the audio is going to even be good. So who knows? Maybe this will hit the chopping block, and you guys won't even see it. But yeah, not too far from the trailhead. Overshot the trail by a couple miles to come up to the Diablo Lake Vista overlook. It's really cleared up as I've gotten more at elevation, and I knew this was going to be a pretty nice looking view, and I figured there would be no one else out here this time of morning, and there's not. This can get, it's really touristy, so this can be pretty packed with people. But that is Diablo, Lake Diablo Lake behind me. I can never remember what that mountain is. I think that might be Sourdough, but that actually might be Sourdough Peak. God, it always escapes me. But Diablo Lake is kind of one of the flagship sceneries of the North Cascades. I've been out here plenty of times before. I might stop a little bit later, but the road out to the dam looks like it's opened up after being shut down for maintenance for a while. But assuming I'm going to do, it looked like the road to Thunder Creek was open, so I probably will end up heading out there. But if not, one of the trails I talked about doing is Thunder Knob, and Thunder Knob puts you up over that ridge. At one point, there is you're crossing right over here, because you can look over into here, but then it puts you up over that ridge up there, and you're looking down at the backside of the lake there. The entrance, the trailhead to Thunder Knob is on the other side of the lake down here. And then, yeah, nice look at the snow-covered mountains. No snow currently right now. The snow is supposed to be coming to this area really within the next couple days. And I might actually come back out here because I want to play in the snow while I still got some vacation. But the temperature has dropped. When I got out of the truck, it said it was 31. These little puddles and stuff are frozen over. I only have my hoodie with me, and I did bring a beanie, but 30s ain't too bad. It's freezing, but you know, I'll be all right in just a hoodie for sure. So yeah, but this is Lake Diablo. Might have shown it off. I don't know. I've probably been to this spot from my ramblings a good 10 times or so, but yeah, it's just a really cool area. Being out here at night with no light infiltration, man, you see the stars so awesome. And it was just too dang crowded when Aurora Borealis was out, but this was a popular spot to come check out the Aurora Borealis. And but yeah, this place was absolutely packed with people. I didn't even attempt to come out here because I had seen people on Instagram posting so much. But you can read that if you'd like. So I will backtrack back down the highway about 1.5 miles to Ross Creek, Thunder Creek, to see if that trailhead is accessible. It should be, and then I'll just do that couple mile hike. I'm not really feeling doing Thunder Knob. I don't think I will. if for some reason Thunder Creek is not open. So I will make my way back up. Do a little bit of back and forth here, but about a mile and a half up the road, right before Highway 20 shuts down, because a good stretch of the Cascade Highway here is closed already for the winter. You get just a little bit further up the highway there, and it's closed. So if Ross Creek is closed, I will head back up, and I'll do. Or I keep saying Ross Creek. If Thunder Creek is closed, I'll head back up to the Ross Dam Trail, and go walk along the top of one of the big dams out here. Made it to the Thunder Creek trailhead, and as suspected, the road down there is closed. So I will not be heading out that way, and I will backtrack a little bit. So don't know what's going on, but we will respect the closures and not proceed. I could park here. There's like a boat launch over here to get onto the lake. I suppose I really could just park in here and then walk in. I think the trail starts about a half a mile up there, but not going to do that. So back up the highway I go. So this is where Highway 20 closes down. You cannot continue on and get to Winthrop and Okanagan and all that up that way because, they're worried about slides and all that. But you can hike up that way still. They don't have any problem with that. But, the Ross Dam Trailhead is right there. But I figured I'd just come post up here. And if I can remember, I'll roll in a photo of when I was out here last time at the end of this road. And the snow was up to here. And it was around this time of year. You can see that it has snowed, but it's melted off. It snowed a bunch, and then it got warm. But as I say, no snow. Is the camera picking it up? It is actually starting to very, very, very lightly snow. I think the camera should be picking it up a little bit. So there's that. But yeah, let's go walk to the top of the dam. It has gotten considerably colder. The truck said 31. It's slick out, but my phone says 36. I think maybe that's just because I don't have signal out here, no cell reception, and it probably just hasn't updated since I was down in town more. But parked, I got the truck all secure. I always take everything out of my cab, secure it in the bed of the truck. So if, look, if someone's going to do a smash and grab, they're going to do a smash and grab. And there's really nothing I can do about it. But that's always, you hear me talk about it, that's always the downside of doing something like this. There's always opportunistic assholes. So starting the descent down to this is the Ross Lake Trail, down to the top of Ross Lake Dam. I believe I came out and did this hike on New Year's Day, 2024. So almost one full year ago I was out here. And it's a nice quick hike. I think it says, it ends up being about 2.6 miles down and same back. So about a 4.5 mile total. Nothing bad. But yeah, because the temperature drop, I went ahead and gloved up, tossed the beanie on instead of the ball cap. And once I get going, I'll be working up a sweat, so it won't be so bad. But again, being down in freezing temperatures, it's still not too bad. Not too bad at all. This is pretty much how the trail goes until you get down to, there is a service road that you end up walking along to get to the dam. The trail will end. There's a little steep section that a lot of people in the reviews talk about, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But I have to be mindful that it is icy, and I don't want to lose my footing. As I've talked about, going overboard off trail is a one-way ticket to Foxville, and I'd like to not visit Foxville, so mind my P's and Q's. Before too long, we'll cross a little bridge, and I think there's a little waterfall over there. I'll probably start hearing it in the background in a little bit. Nice little spot. But I like this hike. I like being out in the more interior forest canopy, as opposed to on the other side of where I go. It's mainly river scenery. So, yeah. Every time I hit record to try to pick up the ravens in the background, they stop. But there are definitely lots of ravens out here. Not crows. I was corrected. Like, these are some big ass crows. No, they're ravens. And they got like little trackers on their, above their talons. But they're loud as shit. And they were clearly around me when I start recording, and they quiet down. And I stop, and they start back up again. So, what the heck, ravens? What the heck? Probably here in the background, coming up on that waterfall. They must have got some good rain through here, because it's really carved out a little spot in the trail here. But here we go. That's got to be some cold freaking water. That's all mountain runoff. I guaranteed that water's cold. This is the same area that when I was out here last time, I ran into that group of female hikers. I'll have to remember myself. Cue that up. That was funny. Just passing some hikers. Bye, ladies. Bye. Have a great rest of your hike. Happy New Year. Yeah, those were the hikers. What? How can you find me? You want a sticker? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I gotta handle some business. Shout out to Sandra and Katie. It's Katie's birthday on the 4th. But yeah, that was cool. That was funny. But I thought that I would be doing a lot more ramblings going into 2024. I thought I had all sorts of hikes planned. And then a lot of it didn't happen. This was probably the busiest year of work I've had in a long time. And really prevented me from doing a lot of it prevented me from doing a lot of stuff outside of work. Weekends were just jammed up with stuff around the house as well. Family life. And so I was used to having a lot more free time, and just didn't in 2024. Busy year. But On the drive out here, I was reflecting a little bit. I'm sure that alarm sound came through on camera. That's my glucose monitor. There's no chance I'm spiking my glucose. Apparently lost signal on that momentarily. So I'm sure that'll kick that back in. But yeah, not nearly as much time in the great outdoors as I wanted to in 2024. I did get to go out on a couple of hikes with work knife balance. We hit the ice caves, and then we hit one of the old mines, coal mines. Ethan came along with us on that one. We lost Ethan. Poorly departed Ethan is no longer in the Pacific Northwest. He's back in his native land of Florida. But yeah, but we gained Josh. Josh 304. Recently connected with him, and he's been coming to the breakfast meetups on the weekend. But yeah, getting out and about is not happening as much as I'd like. So glad to get out here a couple more times during my little vacation from work. I don't go back for another week or so, and I want to try to get in a couple more hikes if possible. So yeah, and the spots that I wanted to try to get to are the spots that are past the closed down areas. So my two spots that I come out to, this neck of the woods in the North Cascades, and then off the Mountain Loop Highway, and they close down a portion of the Mountain Loop Highway this time of year as well. Like the ice caves are not accessible right now, so no searching for Carl. Carl's a whole nother tangent. I still need to try to get down and search for him where I think I might be able to find him. I think I found his place of employment. But yeah, all the Carl stuff is hilarious. I can't wait to see the comments that just pop up in this. But I can't make it out to the ice caves, so there will be no fighting the final boss. Sorry to disappoint you, Patina, but no squaring off with Billy Banks. I always say Billy Banks, and then I think it's Billy Blanks, and then I have to go look. I'm like, no, it's Billy, the Tybo champion. Shout out Patina Turner. But yeah, so I end up coming to a lot of the same spots. And I'd like to be more versatile with my locations, but it is what it is, and I would rather go to the same spots than go to nowhere at all. First glimpse of the top of the dam through the woods down there. Got a couple of switchbacks to make it down to the bottom of the service road, or the top of the service road. But definitely getting out to the same spot is better than getting out to no spots. That's for dang sure. I want to get out to a spot called Heather Lake. That looks like a really fun hike. Nice and scenic. Out to kind of a remote lake out in the off of the Mountain Loop Highway. But again, we got a lot of snow early to throughout November. And then it started to warm up and everything, and then it just started raining like crazy. And all the reports say that it's just tramping through muddy slush out that way. And I don't want to do that. As much as I want to go out there, I'd rather wait till a nicer time of year. So, but that's definitely a spot. I got a whole checklist of spots that I want to make it out to. And I will eventually. It is pretty wet though on this trail. this last little spot, lots of water runoff. I don't recall that being a present when I came out here this time last year on New Year's Day. I think it was New Year's Day. I'll have to go back and check. There's the face. I think that is the, I guess you'd be facing southwest, facing on the dam there. That is where we're heading to. That is Ross Lake. And man, I can't tell for certain, but it looks a little bit lower than it was last year. Maybe not. I don't know. Perhaps. I don't think it's going to be low. It was very... I don't know what the actual reports are, but it seemed like this year was wetter than some of the recent years. Lots of rainfall in the Pacific Northwest this year. It doesn't always rain as much as people think, but this year did. And this clear day is definitely welcome, because most of the time this year, I'd say through mid-October, if I'm just guessing, mid-October through March, the beginning of fall to the end of spring, or end of fall, beginning of spring, it's just gray out, and it gets, I understand seasonal depression. I understand why people, as they get older, pack up and head to the desert during the summer months. Gets a dose of sun, because, yeah, the not seeing the sun for days on end, and the just overcast, gray, drizzle, dreary days start to wear on you. Still don't know what goes that way, other than, I mean, I know what goes that way based on the sign. Happy Panther Trail is that way, and that's the way to the Ross Lake Resort. But all that stuff is closed this time of year. I don't know how you access this part of the road. I've meant to look into that little ferry more, and then have not. I don't know if it's just a passenger ferry, a walk-on passenger, or if you can actually, you know, it'll shuttle a couple of cars across the lake or not. Forgot to do that. So, but it's a pretty popular camping spot in the summertime. The walk to the service road, through the service road, I don't know, 5-6 minutes, if I remember correctly. Down here, and right down there, it'll hook to the right, and that'll put us at the top of the day. If I remember correctly, I put a sticker on this boat. Is that it? That's not it. Well, I will on the way back out. I thought for sure I'd put a sticker on there. On the other side? No. I need to order some more BeUp slabs. You know, it'd be nice to put some BeUp slabs around on stuff like that. Don't you think? Spread the word. So, with me as always, speaking of BeUp, I got Choo Choo in pocket. I stopped carrying the record, little record case. It's broken a couple times. I've been able to super glue it back up, but that thing's not meant to bounce around in pockets and whatnot. But Choo Choo is extremely durable. Extremely durable. But, you know, we just celebrated BeUp Day. Tomorrow it'll be 2 weeks since we did BeUp Day. December 18th, Jason Brown's birthday. And that was awesome. Again, shout out to everybody that helped out to celebrate Jason's birthday. And everyone that donated to the auction. After everything was all said and done, I believe we raised, it was like $3,635, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. But yeah, it'd be cool to have some BeUp slabs. They're available on the BeUp Store, which is in the description. Might talk to some of the fellas about maybe designing a special one, a P&W BeUp slab. I don't know. No, it should just be BeUp. It shouldn't be P&W. No need to take away from that. The waterfall. This waterfall was not present when I was out here last time, but you can see we're getting close. This reminds me of the walk to the Vale. What's the castle in Game of Thrones where it's through the... God, I'm drawing a total blank. It's where Liza Aaron resided. I believe that was the Vale, right? It's where the Knights of the Vale resided. Where they had the moon tunnel. Got the wind starting to whip up, getting down on the lake. Yeah, this is frozen over down here. But yeah, wind, chilly. Woohoo! Hit a little patch of ice right there. Here we go. This is the part that always makes my butthole pucker a little bit. Looking over the edge. Woo! Stevie don't like heights. Stevie do not like heights at all. So I'm standing back from the edge and got my tripod over. Can you hear the ravens in the background? So that waterfall back there wasn't going last time, but there was water like shooting out the side of the cliff over here. So this is obviously the dammed side. So the lake, Ross Lake, is right there. Bunch of boathouses out there. That's up where we were looking down from. And this is pretty much the end of the hike once I get to the other side of the dam here. It does continue on all throughout that way around. You can access that, but it is closed, so I'm not going to bother. But you know, I'm thinking posting up over here on one of these spots might be a good time to... I threw my knife case in my backpack. Maybe now's when I can do some gear videos. Look how blue that water is down there. That is one thing that I don't know the camera always picks up, but you know, this is just straight up mountain water, and it is a very, very, very pretty color of blue, like an aqua green. So one of the things that I kind of also forget about being sandwiched down here, you can see the mountains real good right there. But when you do an about face, boom, that's a spectacular view up there. So that is part of the view that we saw from the pull-off the Diablo Lake. Ross Lake over here will eventually feed into Diablo Lake. is whipping up. One of the things I believe I probably talked about, because I'm getting a similar feeling being out here. Oh, another block of patch of ice. Is it's an eerie feeling being out here. Eerie feeling. Okay, there's the water I was talking about coming off the side of the mountain. The trail here. There is a truck parked down there, and that truck was actually there was another truck parked down there last time. Just a white unmarked vehicle. Who knows what it is? There's clearly other people around, but you're pretty isolated out here, and that is a somewhat eerie feeling to me, for sure. And I mean, I'm not too spooked, but climb the Crow Tower. Definitely, you have vibes of GoldenEye, a 007 GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64 being out here. I'll do a little audio test in just a second, but this is probably a good spot to set up and bust out my knife case. So this place will be a good spot to set up. I think the audio should be okay. A little bit of a snack time too. Made myself a couple of breakfast burritos before I headed out. Low carb tortillas, leftover ham from the Christmas dinner I did the other day with the family, some Swiss cheese, and some scrambled egg. Wet my whistle, wash this burrito down. So, that's the backpack I use. Cheap Amazon special. I think this is like a $25 backpack. I like it because it's got spots for all my patches, Molly straps in there, which is going to come in really handy when I get my big old camp knife that's being fitted for a sheath right now. It's just going to be a Molly sheath, not going to be dangler or an on-body carry. So yeah, but this is the backpack that I use, and yeah, I'll go through some of my gear. How about that? Why don't I do a quick pocket dump? And yes, I have quite a bit of stuff in my pockets. But let's see. I will. I'll start with Hanks. Shout out to Forrest Hanks, my man. The only Hank I really carry. I rotate, but predominantly this specific Glow Shroom Hank is the one that I carry the most. And I'll start spilling my pockets onto them. But look, I'm a member of Hank of the Month, so I got so many Hanks. One of my favorite ones this year was this guy. Man, that's some dude art. With Maddie blasting off there. You can tell it's a Hank of the Month by the Hank of the Month logo. There's some more some dude art. The original said faction. There's another Hank I carry quite a bit. My Choo Choo Hank. This was another Hank of the Month, Christmas time. Did I grab any others? Nope, I think that's it. They're all coming in these drawstring pouches now. This was a new one for him though. Actually tossing that Forest logo on there. But Hanks, I absolutely carry Hanks. Yes, I use them. They do wipe my brow when I'm sweating. I will use them to, I carry two Hanks. One, typically for pictures. This one, I don't actually use. This is all for pictures. And typically what I will use to wipe down my glass lenses if I need to as well. But going around to the back left pocket, this is, a lot of this gear is stuff I don't really ever change up. This is my field notebook. Carry it with a God, gloved fingers are getting cold. Carry a bolt action tactile turn mini pen. And then this is also where like I keep my CCW and yeah. Mainly, I don't want to flip it open because I got some sensitive work notes in there. But nice Lancelot leather journal cover there. But I do lots of note taking for work. And then my pen just slides right back into it. But that goes in the back left pocket. I'm going to take my gloves off, actually. Back left mag pocket in my Vertex jeans is where I keep my torch. This year, what was my most carried flashlight for a long time. Where did I do with that? Did I not grab that? Oh, hold on. Nope, can't stop it. Maybe that's actually in my backpack now. Yeah. So, a Dapper Ion was my most carried light for 3+ years, I'd say. Love this thing. It is a fabulous light. It's even got a magnet in the tail cap. But the aforementioned Ethan Ruins EDC gifted me this Dawson's Machine Craft. It's a made in the United States torch. It's got a little glow cap on it. It's a little bit bigger than what I'd like to carry. I want to carry something that size. But it's great. I had to change what I really like about the Dapper Ion and adapt to this. I do like having a side click. I do like having a magnet. I do like having a reversible deep carry pocket clip on there. That doesn't have any of this. And as much as I like all that, I realize I don't technically need all that. So this is just an on and off. It's got a couple of different modes I can cycle through. It gets hot. It's a rechargeable battery. I can't just plug this in like I can with this. But I throw the batteries on my little battery charger every once in a while and it keeps up. So that's my torch. I also keep in that same back left pocket, I carry a slip joint on me as well in a Lancelot. You're going to see a lot of Lancelot leather. Just got this slip for Christmas from my mom. And this is carrying one of my favorite slip joints, the ABW Slippy. Titanium, MagnaCut, made in the United States. These things are only like $150. This is one that Shane got. Shout out Edgy American Blades. At Blade Show, I was with him when he got it. And then after Hurricane Helena came through and wreaked havoc in the Asheville area, Shane did a knife sale to help raise money for Asheville hurricane relief. And I bought this from him. So that money got donated to Michael Martin at ABW. Awesome company, awesome slip joint. And then just because I'm carrying another slip joint on me in a Lancelot leather. This is not a most carried item, but I just got it, and so I thought I'd show it off. Another made in the United States slip joint. This is a Baron Sons Barlow. I forget the steel. I don't know. I got that from my mother-in-law for Christmas. No, Lancelot leather. But then another very, very, very useful piece of gear. My wallet holds all those cards. I also have a Lynch Northwest All Access Pass tucked in there. This is the Fibonacci pattern. This is like the mini. I forget what it's called. This was a Blade Show exclusive. Can I focus on that? I can't really see through my camera here. The lighting is not great. But I do use an All Access Pass quite a bit. Mainly for tasks that I could probably use something else for. But I have an All Access Pass pry bar, and so I use it. I don't really use the cap lifter that much, though. But you can see, keep that tucked in my wallet. Of course, my floss pick. Gotta floss like a boss. Got these everywhere. And then I always carry some cash on me as well. That's so far Hank, my wallet, my field notes, and my torch every single day. Every single day those are in pocket. Front right is typically where I carry useless shit. Excuse me. I do always carry a Zippo. I just got this one for Christmas. Kind of this matrix pattern. It does glow in the dark if you charge it with a UV light. And I got one of their Zippo butane Zippo inserts there. Not windproof, but I like it. I have a different insert for another Zippo that I use that's more windproof. Let's see. Some sort of a vape. Storage low. Oh no. This is the pocket jewelry. Pocket. Also, I got my lip balm on there. Backup lighter. This is everyday stuff. As I mentioned, choo-choo. Some jank. Some Jack Lung's pocket jank. And then a couple of coins in a Lancelot leather. This is actually a poker chip. Shout out to Snuzworth Nuzzington III. This is my Snuzz Nuzz chip. Much love to Brother Nuzz. And then this goes with me everywhere. This is my Shire Post Mint fungible token, decision token, gifted to me by Jason Brown. Yes, no. And then I got a piece of Joe Isabella, BeUp, Mammoth Molar, with Choo Choo on that side. With me every single day, this stuff. And then last but not least, the knives. Most carried, probably most talked about knife. This is my Keith the Knife Freak Fixie. Carried this just about every single day for the past 18 months. It was down for a little bit after Ella ate my sheath and Joe had to make a new one for it. But yeah, AEBL mahogany. It's got a glow bead on there from Chromatic EDC. Again, in my Lancelot leather clip slip. Lynch Northwest titanium clip on there. And then I carry a folder. And I'm currently carrying my collaboration with Lynch Northwest, my Para 3 collaboration. It also has a Where's Sid Stevie pocket clip on it. Boom, how cool was that to come in at the end of the year with a Lynch Northwest collaboration? These turned out great. Love them. Yeah, so that's my most carried gear right there. Now let's get into my favorite knives of the year. All right, so let's talk about some of the knives that I picked up this year. This is a combination of new knives and older knives that maybe have been modded. I'll start with mods. These is all in no particular order. This is a knife I got modded by Paul Might. One of my most carried knives. Ferrum Forge Loris with a Flipper Elite on it. Love that. Rocking a ProTech Lynch Northwest clip. But I got enough meat on this blade that I can middle finger flick it. So Paul did a little snippy snip on the flipper tab. Another Ferrum Forge that I got this year came from Jared White, Cherry Pickin' EDC. This is one of 4 modded Ferrum Forge Crux. This had a little flipper delete on it, but then had a hole added to it by Backpack B. And then I think there was some anno work done on it too. But a great knife. But yeah, modded by, this is one of 2 knives I have modded by Backpack B. Shout out Backpack B. Going with mods. This is Ragnasmok, modded by Tactical Terry, 1931 Leatherworks. Yeah, rock scaled, the rock pattern, the titanium, did a faux shipwreck anno on it with the matching pocket clip, stonewashed the blade, and this was submitted into that lame-ass community modding contest that a couple channels put together, and didn't even get its time of day. Not necessarily should have won, although I do think it should have won, but they didn't even give it a fair shake, so F those guys. Shout out to Terry, who does amazing work. I'll be showing off a little more of his work towards the end. This is another Paul Might mod. This was a Desert Warrior Elementum that he really, all he did was dye the scale. Turned it into a totally different knife. I love this knife. Looks awesome. Let's see. This is one of my favorite knives of the year. Dear friend, Mangana Steel. This is the Kaimano. This is the first of the Mangana Steel design. Aurelia coming up very soon, but yeah, this is the Purple Haze Fat Carbon. It's not tied on there, but that's one of his beads. And then I also put a ProTech clip on there. Paul is doing some amazing work on modding these. Demonhawk has an awesome one. Flipper Delete, black washed, or I think he's calling the Paul Wash blade. Might end up having him do something to this one too eventually. But awesome. There's still a couple of these left, but definitely hit up ManganaSteelMSKnives.com if you want to try to pick one up. Shout out to the homie, the dear homie, Sharif Manganas. Speaking of homies, this was a prototype, or it is a prototype, pre-production run of a knife that just got released. This is the Edgy Blade Works Sibin. Picked this up at Blade Show West. This is based off of one of Scotty Still's very first designs. It is finally released, but come on, man, how can I not own a knife called the Sibin? Yes, like Silly Sibin. But this is a production version that he licensed the design to Concept. Great knife. More homies, more mod work. The Clydesdale came out this year. Shout out to New Breed, EDC, Loot 10 Techs. Mark designs a hell of a knife. The Clydesdale has been absolute beast of a knife for me this year. And this knife was also modded by Terry. So I could have my Wu-Tang Warncliffe. He anoded on the Wu-W and then etched the blade as well. But a fabulous knife is the Clydesdale. And then the gavel, which I dropped out of my truck carrying it the other day, and so it's a little scratched up, but gavel is dope. This is a licensed design, a New Breed EDC licensed design through Kaiser. I think I ended up picking this up for like $40 earlier this year. 154 cm, I think, is the blade steel on it. Yeah, 154 cm. Titanium bolsters, micarta. Done really well. Carries nice, discreet flipper tab. Shout out to New Breed EDC. I checked out the Wingspan earlier. Wingspan's dope. New Breed EDC killing it. And then there's a couple more. I got to get through this though, so I can't name them all off. This was a knife that was DSKFS to me. This is the ZT0640. Modded as well. Lynch Northwest. Sasquatch clip. Sharp dressed knives. Micarta scales. And a gray precision oversized thumb disc. Love this knife, and I want to carry it more because I love it so much. It's got so many cool knives. But this is one of my favorite knives. Honorable mention for knife of the year. My Spartan Harsey folder. First knife I got of this year. This was also a DSKFS knife. Had work done to it. This has a hollow regrind from Satu Dave. And then Tactical Terry just absolutely killed it. With the anno work that he did on it. Stonewashed the blade. Yeah. It's amazing. I absolutely love the Harsey folder. And this one is near and dear to my heart. Absolutely love it. Got a chromatic EDC 4-8 bead on there. But knife of the year has to go to Bless Knives and my custom power loader Ripley. I got this at Blade Show Atlanta, and Donnie absolutely nailed it on this. I'll put links to all my different videos for this, but yes, I will say that my Bless Knives Ripley is my knife of the year. Absolutely love this knife. Everything about it is handmade, and shout out Bless Knives. So that is my, oh, and then I also got, I didn't show it off, but I did get this other fixed blade this year. The TRM Redline. Awesome knife. Shout out to Dick Mittens crew for getting this for my birthday. But knife of the year, Bless Knives, runner up, Spartan Harsey folder. Oh, and I didn't show off these ones. Damn it. I forgot that I had the back page. Absolute shout out to Orion Knives. This is the Aries that I picked up. The wedge lock. Got a Lynch Northwest clip on this as well. This knife is only like 89 bucks, I think. And it's awesome. The Cetus came out this year also. I think this was a 2024 release. Love the Cetus. Another budget knife. Under 50 bucks, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then the Iris. Open L 10 blade with a 3D printed integral ambidextrous lock on there. Absolute shout out to David Cam over at Orion Knives, Blade Banter. One of the best minds in the EDC community as far as I'm concerned. But, oh yeah, and then Mangana Steel sent me this at the end of the year also. The Launch 13, Kershaw Launch 13. Fabulous, out the side auto. But that's all my knives that I picked up in 2024. So, yeah, what do you guys think? What was your favorite knife of the year? So, I did get rolled up on by a Seattle City Lights. I don't know. They're not law enforcement, that's for sure. But that person was pretty cool. Talked to him for a split second, not too long. But I'm heading back out. The storage on my phone is low. And because I'm not connected, my data's offline. That's not allowing me to clear out as much stuff as I'd like for some reason. So I don't think I have much time left to be recording. So I'm gonna try to get a little workout in and actually make a beeline back to the truck and see how long that takes me. All right, it's 11:15:34. See how fast I can get back up to the truck. Well, it occurred to me that I could also just stop recording in 4K, which takes up a lot of space, and just record in 1080p. So, but I am trying to pick up the pace. I'm just going to be huffing and puffing anyway, so might not record too much specs. Well, I tinkering with the phone as I'm walking here. Realized if I turned off 4K and just recorded in 1080p, I freed up space. But trying to keep a faster pace, I'm just going to be huffing and puffing anyway. So I will definitely see you guys back at the truck. Whew. Not keeping track of time, but boy, this is pushing it for sure. I am beat. I still probably got more 5-ish, 10 minutes to get back up to the top, I think. But stopping here for another little rest. I've stopped twice, just for quick little minute rests. But I'm sweaty, definitely huffing and puffing, but it feels good. This cold air in my lungs, taking deep breaths, feels really good. So there were a couple other hikers out today, right before I get back up to the top. I ran into them. Nice folks. All right, back to the tundra. 11:59. Took, I don't know, what was that, about 45 minutes or so? Longer than I thought it would. But here I am. I decided to move the truck because I don't know if it was the couple that I passed or the couple that has their kids that's trying to walk up and hike towards the closed area. But one of them jerks really parked right up on me. So I decided to move to do my little wrap up here. Shedded the hoodie, ditched the beanie. This thing is drenched. I'm drenched. Ugh. Worked up a really good sweat. And it's cold as balls right now. Well, balls are pretty warm. Cold as balls. Freezing my balls off. But I'm definitely worked up some nice flop sweat. But man, it feels good. The cold air. If I'm going to be winded, being able to breathe in some deep cold air. I don't know if warm air or cold air is better for your lungs. I don't know, but there's something soothing about it. But I'm spent for sure. Drinking some coffee now. One of my most used thermoses of the year. Probably, yeah, definitely one of my most used. My Arcane Design thermos. A little recharge with some coffee. I'm going to toss my. I made 2 breakfast burritos. Ate one down on the dam. I'll toss the other one up on my dashboard as I'm warming up the truck. Warming up. But so that was my 2024 recap. I still might stop at a couple spots, but I don't think it'll make it into this video. Like I said, Ross or Diablo Dam Road is open now. I want to drive across that. But yeah. By the time I get to the end of these videos, I honestly don't remember much of what I talked about. I know I did my gear recap and whatnot, but thank you to everyone who followed along this year in 2024. Slowed down a little bit. I think I did exactly what I said I was going to do in my video talking about going into 2024. Focusing on a lot less content, mainly the live streams. Started doing the vertical lives towards the latter half of the year. I love doing those. Those are a lot of fun. Started doing my new regular live stream, live from the Honey Bucket. That's a lot of fun to do, where I go park out at the municipal airport by my house and hang out and watch the trolls come in and convert some of them, you know. So those are fun. Gear, you know, I'll make videos when I make videos. No longer trying to, I don't know what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to do. Shilling for the homies. Talking about random things in the live streams and ramblins. That's all I'm gonna do these days. Yeah. I finally I'm no longer worried about what I'm going to do or what I'm not going to do. I just do it. Said Stevie's a fun hobby. Just kind of follow along with what I do. But I do appreciate each and every one of you that followed along, all the regulars that comment, like, subscribe, all the ball busters out there, all the people that love to send me clips of my blunders. You know, there's way too many of you to name, but seriously, thank you to all the channel members. You guys are amazing. Whether you're just a random that stops by or you're someone that's been riding along since day one, truly do appreciate you guys. And this was a very fun year, and I look forward to doing it all again in 2025. And hope you all had a wonderful 2024. And I'll see you next year. And until then, I bid you mofos, or deuces. Bye-bye.